Hey, what's going on? Freedom from Concern, Freedom Ninjas. I have a story about manifestation. So, my son, he's 11 years old. He went on a science museum trip, on a field trip, if you will. And yesterday, I was talking to him, and he said, if I were a bum, I'd be the richest bum that there is on the planet. And I said, what do you mean? How? And he was explaining to me this story. Well, yesterday he went into a gift shop and he wanted, it was a magic toy, a piece of gum that like zaps you. It was like $3. He didn't have any money, but he wanted it. So he said, I'm going to find the money. He had blind faith and said, I'm going to find the money. He walked around and he found enough money to purchase this over $3. I guess he walked around and found coins. I'm not really sure of what exactly he found, but he found the money and he bought it. And then I said, so what did you eat for lunch? He said, I ate what Mom gave me, but after that I wanted a sub. I'm like, okay, but you didn't have money. He said, I know, but I wanted a sub. I'm like, okay. So I said, so what did you do? He said, well, the kids were playing games and stuff. I wanted a sub, so I looked around for money. And I found enough money to buy a sub. So he found money to buy a sub. So, I mean, just imagine the possibilities here. You walk in a science museum, and in coins, you find enough money to buy a gift and a sub. I mean, we're talking 50, 60 coins at the minimum to buy a sub and a gift. Okay, this is kind of crazy. So, this is blind faith, having faith off of the radar, okay? Listen to this. Several months ago, he went to another science museum in a completely different city, and he had been thinking about a sub or wanting a sub. I'm not really sure of the circumstances. So he puts in, I guess, a quarter he found into a machine that it's like a gambling machine, kind of like you put the money in and there's a bunch of quarters laying there and dollar bills, and they fall when the bar comes forward. So he's at a science museum. He's wanting a sub because he's thinking about Subway and he wants a sub to share with his friend. Him and his friend were talking about it. So he puts a quarter in, okay? And he wins $20. So 2 science museums, 2 field trips. He has blind faith and brings to him, attracts to him enough money to purchase the sub that he wants to eat with his friend in one example, and a gift and a sub in another example. Do you call that luck? I don't call that luck. What do you call that? This is what we're reading about with Napoleon Hill and Outwitting the Devil. This is having faith off of the radar in what's your desire and working towards a goal with happy energy to achieve that goal. The universe or God or whatever you want to call it, it just opens up things. Things open up. Do you call this luck or do you call this faith? Or do you call this magic? What do you call it? It's real. This is Brian. Thanks for being a Freedom Ninja at Freedom from Concern. Share this with your friends. Bye.